Hello there, my yoga mamas. Welcome to Kutumba Yoga. My name is Jean, and for our first video here at my little corner home studio, I just wanted to take you through a really gentle practice to get you started, get you on your way. Maybe this is the only 10 or so minutes you get to yourself today. I fully understand. So I want it to be really relaxing, really gentle, and a time where you can just focus on you feeling good. So set yourself up a nice cozy spot where you might not get interrupted for the next couple of minutes. And if you have a yoga bolster or even just a pillow nearby, sometimes that's really nice to make yourself a little bit more comfortable. So I'm going to start this super relaxing, amazing practice in an extended child's pose with a yoga bolster because, you know, if you're starting first thing in the morning, I don't know about you, but a lot of times my lower back from carrying kids and putting them in car seats and picking them up and playing ponies and all of it, my back always hurts. So I pretty much start every day in this pose, sometimes with a bolster, sometimes without, but if you're super tight, a bolster or pillow really helps out. So spreading the knees out wide, bringing the big toes together, sitting back on your heels, bring your arms out and rest your head on your bolster or your pillow, allowing yourself to fully relax, letting go of any tension in your lower back and your hips. If you don't have a bolster or a pillow, that's all right. You can make a little pillow with your hands, come all the way down to the mat, whatever works and feels comfortable for you. Take a few breaths here to just let go of anything you need to get rid of right now. Clear out your mind. Deep inhale here. And a big exhale. Again, deep inhale. And exhale. And just let your normal breath flow. Not all yoga is about getting fit, getting flexible, pushing yourself. It's about what's right for you right now, and if what's right for you is staying in child's pose and lying on this pillow for the next 10 minutes, you should do it. But I'm going to continue on, and you're welcome to join me. So we're going to press up from our pillow. Feels nice. Roll your pillow or bolster or whatever props you're using off to the side, gently bringing the knees together. We're going to place our hands underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hips, making a nice straight line with our spine. And we're going to start inhaling and dropping our belly to the ground, looking up to the sky, and exhaling, bringing the chin to the chest, rounding the spine, rounding the tailbone down. Inhaling, dropping the belly and looking up, opening the chest. Exhaling, rounding the spine, tucking the chin in, opening between the shoulder blades. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And now just start to do a few more of those in the cycle of your own natural breath. Whatever feels right now. Maybe you can start doing a little movement back and forth. Maybe you can start doing a barrel roll with your hips. Just remember to keep breathing. Only doing what feels good. And on your next exhale, coming back to a nice neutral spine. Straight line from the tailbone to the top of the head. We're going to lift our right arm up to the sky, opening up that chest. One deep inhale here. And on the exhale, we're going to dive that hand through. I'm going to thread the needle here and rest onto our right shoulder. Let our right ear come down onto the mat. And on your next inhale, slowly press up. Inhaling that right arm all the way up before lowering it back down onto our mat. Coming again to our nice, even, neutral spine here. And on our next inhale, raising that left arm up to the sky. Deep breath in. Exhaling, threading the needle underneath the arm, resting the left shoulder onto the mat, left ear onto the mat, starting us off with some nice deep spinal twists, opening up the back of the shoulders. And on the next inhale, coming back up, reaching up to the sky, and placing the hand back down onto the mat. We're going to walk the knees back just slightly. We're going to walk the hands forward. We're going to leave the hips raised in the air to a little puppy posture. A little playful puppy posture here. This really opens up the armpits, the shoulders, the backs of the arms, the triceps. It also is a good release for the lower back. Take a few deep breaths here. We're not doing anything fast today. We're not doing anything strenuous. Just some gentle things to wake yourself up, give yourself a break, and give yourself a stretch. And on your next inhale, start to press ourselves back to our tabletop position. Coming into our neutral spine here. We're going to tuck the toes. We're going to lift our hips to the sky, coming into our first downward dog of the day. Maybe the first downward dog of your life, I don't know. I don't know who's doing this, where you're at. Let's go ahead and walk the heels up and down. Walking our dog out, getting all the kinks out, getting all the pops and cracks out. And when you're ready and you feel like you've walked out your dog, find a little stillness. Take a little moment. Now, I know what you're thinking. If you're new to yoga, I was about to say this is a wonderful resting pose, but when I first started yoga, this was not a resting pose. This was, my entire body was shaking, everything hurt. Not a resting pose. But you'll get there. If this is too much for you right now, always, always, always come down onto your knees, come back into child's pose. Or just come into a seated position. That always is a good place to start and stop. Start and stop and rest. Right. Okay. So, for those of us that are still in downward dog, well done. For those of us in child's pose, press your hips into downward dog and we will start to walk our feet slowly towards our hands.
And I'm going to flip around for you here. All right, so we're just going to stay here in a nice ragdoll position. Grab the outside of your elbows and just let gravity take you here. You can find some stillness and come to your breath, or you can begin to bounce around a little bit. See if you've got any kinks you need to work out in your back. And coming back to stillness, releasing the hands down to the mat. Then I want you to slowly, slowly, slowly start to roll up the spine. One vertebra by vertebra. And the last thing to come up is your head. Roll the shoulders back. Tuck the hair behind your ears. Stand up nice and tall with your arms by your side. Let the blood all get back to the nether regions of your body. Start to spread the toes wide on your yoga mat, like you're growing roots through your feet. Shift the weight onto your left leg. Start to slowly lift the right leg. Toes coming up, knee coming up. If you're feeling a bit unbalanced, that's fine. Leave your toes on the ground. This is a perfectly acceptable balancing posture. If you're feeling like you need a little bit more of a challenge, you can bring your foot to your calf. You can even bring your foot all the way up to your thigh. You don't want to place your foot against the knee. You never want any sideways pressure on your knee. Maybe I should leave my feet on the ground. I'm in a very uneven floor. Excuses, whatever. This is my tree today. I'm a wobbly tree. Bring your hands to your heart center. See if you can find a little balance in your life. Don't know if I can. Take a few deep breaths here. If you want to extend your tree a little bit further, stretch your arms to the sky. If you're living anywhere near Wellington, New Zealand right now, you're a big windy tree in a southerly gale. That's what we're experiencing. It's lots of fun. And if you have your hands up, bringing the hands down to heart center, slowly releasing that leg. Give your ankle a little twist. And coming down. Equal weight on both feet. Very good. All right. So growing those roots back in our feet. Shifting the weight to the right. Slowly start to peel the left leg up. And again, this is where you're at today. This is where you're at today. Perhaps this is where I should be at today with my balance. Or to the calf. Or all the way up into the thigh. You want to find a point in the room, on the floor, to focus on. That'll help save your balance. A lot of times you'll find that one side is actually better than the other, as I'm finding now. It all depends on the day, the mood, the wind, the weather, everything. Raising your hands to the sky for one breath. And coming down. Releasing that foot, that knee, a few twists there. Come back to a nice standing mountain pose. Well done. You might feel a little bit in your legs there. It's a good work of the quads, good work of the core. Bleh. Yes. All right. Now we're going to come with our feet out wide. We're going to come down into Malasana pose, which is a very deep, wide squat. If you're new to yoga, just do what works here. If this ain't your first rodeo, you're going to try to keep your heels on the ground, hands to heart center, slowly squat down with a straight back, keeping those feet nice and grounded. You want to come down so your elbows are pressing out against your knees, giving yourself a nice hip opener here. I gave one of my friends this exercise to do when she was about 8 months pregnant, because it really helped me in my hips. But she said she was about to give birth, or she felt like she was about to give birth when she did this pose. Maybe not the best thing for pregnant people, but it worked for me. Anyway, holding here. If you can't get your heels on the ground, even if you're up here, do it as a balancing posture, and you can spread your knees out wide. But we're just going to hold here for another couple cycles of breath. And releasing your hands down, bringing the right hand back and the left, resting the sit bones down, stretching the legs out in front of you. Switch back this way. Oh, shuffle those knees out. Very nice. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhaling our arms up. Exhaling, folding forward at the hips, not rounding at the spine. Just a gentle forward bend. And when you feel like you've gone as far as you can go with your hips, then you can drape the head over the knees. And it doesn't matter if you're touching your toes, if you're touching your shins, if you're touching your knees. Is this as far as you can go today? Don't sweat it. Just go where it feels good. Breathing into the backs of the legs here. If you can, reach your feet. Maybe give them a little massage. A little self-love here. Walk the toes back and forth. Yeah. And sitting up nice and tall. We are going to come down onto our backs. Furl our arms. Coming down slowly, 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 slowly. Little ab workout to finish off your day. Start off your day, I'm not really sure. Coming down. Tucking the knees into the chest. Giving yourself a hug. Bringing your nose to your knees. Tight, tight, tight squeeze. And we're going to stretch that left leg out long. We're going to drape the right leg over the left. Stretch your right arm all the way to your side. And looking towards that right hand. Breathing into this deep spinal twist. You're not only giving your spine a really good exercise here, you're also kind of rinsing out your internal organs, detoxifying your body. Twists are amazing. Unless you're pregnant, don't do that. You should be watching another set of videos. All right, and coming back up to center, bringing both knees into the chest, and stretching the right leg out long, draping the left over to the right, stretching the left arm out, looking towards your left hand. Full twist all the way from your tailbone to the top of your head. A few deep breaths here. And slowly helping that knee back up to center.
Pulling those knees into your chest one last time, rocking side to side. Well done, everyone. We're gonna slide our right leg out long and the left leg out long. We're going to rest our arms by the side of our body. Tuck those shoulder blades under your chest, palms facing up. Start to close your eyes to come into our Shavasana, our final resting pose, where you get to take 1 minute to clear your mind of everything. We focus on the inhalations and the exhalations. See if you can feel the cold air going in through your nostrils and the warm air coming out. Maybe you can even feel a little breeze of the inhalations and the exhalations on your upper lip. You don't want to force the breath. You don't want to make it deeper. You don't want to push. Just your natural breath, observing it, aware of the feeling of it. And we can start to deepen our breath. And we'll finish with one deep inhalation and a big sigh out through the mouth. Stretch our arms up over our heads. Wiggle your fingers and point your toes. And when you're ready, roll onto your side. Begin to press yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Keeping the gaze soft with the eyes closed. Hands on your knees, sitting up nice and tall. Just want to finish with a quick prayer to the sun, which has not shown its face here today, but I know it's still there. Om Purbuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varinyam Bargo Divasya Dhimahi Dhyayana Prachorteat Shanti. And we bring our hands to our heart center. The light in me bows to the light in you. Thank you so much for joining me on this practice today. My first ever Mama Yoga video recording in the corner of my bedroom. Hope you're all doing well out there. Stay safe, stay sane. Namaste.